Greetings once again, yogis. Today's stretch is another brief one. We will be seated mostly on the mat today, so this will be a floor stretch. Grab some props if you'd like to use them. I would recommend a blanket today if you have it. Certainly grab a strap if you'd like to use one, or a belt or something just in case. We will begin with both legs outstretched on the mat in a modified Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. So the blanket comes in really handy, especially if you're not already warmed up. Take the blanket, roll it up a little bit, slide it behind your knees. The prop, first of all, it's nice and soft, so it feels really good behind the knees, but it will help to alleviate any deeper stretch on the hamstrings and the low back than we're ready to go for at this early point in our practice. So sit tall, lengthen, then slide the hands out. Reach for your feet, and don't worry about using a strap if your hands don't reach the feet easily. Just let your hands rest on the legs, okay? Round down. As we begin, we're just gonna take a few deep breaths, easing into our stretch. And just let the breath move as you drop the head down. You can even close the eyes as we begin here if you like. Naturally modifying any part of your practice as it makes sense for you. And let's take another 2 or 3 deep breaths. Releasing, you'll walk the hands in, return upright. Bend up at your knees, slide the blanket out into the side, separate your feet a little bit, drop the hands back behind you. You can stay on fingertips or flatten the palms, roll back slightly off the tailbone, lift your legs, coming into a modified Navasana boat pose. Keep the chest lifted, gaze past the toes, and hold for another deep breath or two. Let's lower feet to the mat, come up, extend both legs back out. We'll do a seated twist, bend the right knee, step the right foot outside the left leg, Ardha Matsyendrasana, chest up, twist to your right side, lengthen, reach up through the crown of the head while the sit bones press down. Hold for another full breath. Come back to center, grab a brief counter stretch, go left. Return to the middle and unwrap the right leg. Bend the left knee, step the left foot over, chest up, twist left, and hold as you breathe. Return to center, brief counter stretch, go right. Come back to the middle. I'm going to now face you to make this a little bit easier. Feel free if you'd like to use your blanket. If you find that when your legs are extended and separated, that you find that your low back is rounding, you can always take the blanket underneath the sit bones, giving yourself a little bit of height, and sometimes that makes all the difference with finding some more length in the lower back. Extend your right leg out on the mat. Coming into Janu Shirshasana, we're going to side stretch here. Bring your left foot to the inner right thigh so you can keep the blanket here under the sit bones as you lengthen. I'm actually going to do that today because I just think it feels good. So we're going to do that. Extend your right leg out on the leg. If you want to use a strap and help you reach the foot, go for it. Otherwise, if it's easy to do so, grab the foot or grip onto your big toe in yogi toe lock. Sweep the left arm over or wrap your left arm around the lower back in a nice half bind. Keep the chest up, lean. Now peek to your left and hold for another deep breath or two. And come all the way back up, release, shake out the hands if you need. We'll switch the sides. Extend the left leg out, fold the right foot in, sit tall, lengthen the arm on the leg. Either keep the left hand on the leg or use a strap or just grab the foot if that's easy to do. Sweep the right arm over, enjoy a nice stretch without collapsing. Lift. Feel free as well. If you did it on the first side, go for the half bind, wrap the right arm, sit tall, lean, look past the right arm or shoulder and hold for one more breath. Return back upright, come back to center, release. I'm actually going to remove my blanket here, but feel free to keep it there under your sit bones. Upavishta Konasana, separate the feet wide. You can, if you have the space to do so and you're loosey-goosey, good on you. You can grab your big toes in yogi toe lock, bring the torso all the way forward, head down. Or if less so, hands back, fingertips pressing down, chest up, lean in. Keep the toes pointing up or pointing back. Or somewhere in between. You can walk the hands out, head down, or maybe use a block under the forehead. And let's give it another 2 or 3 deep breaths. One more. And letting go as you return all the way upright again. Shuffle your feet back together. Shuffle, 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 shuffle. Bend the knees. Come into a cross-legged seat. Doesn't matter which foot you fold in front, but just fold one in. Sit tall, arms back, lean in. If there's room to comfortably do so, walk the hands out. Round down and hold for another breath. Bring it back up again, return upright. We'll switch the feet, take the opposite ankle in front, hands back, sit tall, lean in, or again, if there's room to do so, walk your hands out, round, one more breath. Releasing, walk the hands in, return upright, come up. That concludes our floor stretch today. I told you, just a brief one, working out the legs, working out the hips. Until we meet again on the mat, I release videos every Sunday morning, 30-minute videos, and other shorter videos during the week. Namaste.